Ask if Dr. Pramod Yadev from the All India Ayurveda Institute, Government of India, is with us online. Dr. Pramod.
Yes, namaskar to everyone. And it's an honor to have me amongst this gathering. And I'm just for my introduction, I'm working as a faculty at All India Institute of Ayurveda, which is a tertiary care institute under Ministry of Ayush, Central Government of India. And I'm very much pleased to have myself amongst these great and stalwarts of Ayurveda and the Ayurveda fraternity and people who are loving Ayurveda. So, and also it is the 8th Ayurveda Day. So it is an honor to be amongst all of you. And I would be very much fortunate to share a few of my studies and findings with the gathering. Thank you. Can I start with my presentation?
Please carry on. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope that the slides are visible to everyone.
They are visible.
Yes.
You could play the slideshow so it is full screen.
Yeah, so I will be just presenting the relevance of Ayurveda in the present scenario with an evidence-based approach. So, and as I have seen that the learned community already knows about what is Ayurveda, to just a couple of slides, I will be just telling about that Ayurveda is a science of life, and it revolves around, it is a knowledge system of healthy and happy life. And it advocates the path from illness to wellness to happiness. And of course, it is very much rooted into the community, because in India, at least more than 40% of the population, to 70% of population, they depend upon the traditional system of medicine, basically, most importantly, Ayurveda, for their health needs and for their day-to-day ailments. So it is very much deep-rooted in the public health as well. So it has a potential to meet the demands of the public. And the main objective of Ayurveda, as we all know, that the primary objective has been as Swastha se Swasthya Rakshan, what we call in Ayurveda in Sanskrit. And it means that the protection of the health of an healthy individual. So the prevention of the disease and the promotion of health has been of prime most importance given in the Ayurveda, as well as after that, the management of disease. So the tripods of Ayurveda are diet, lifestyle, sleep, and celibacy. So it gives a very much personalized and holistic approach. So Ayurveda has advanced concept of health, because WHO already has defined health as not only the absence of disease or infirmity, it is also encompasses the physical, mental, and social well-being. So Ayurveda goes beyond this definition, and it also promotes the environmental well-being and the spiritual well-being as well. We all know that the Ayurveda has its own strength in form of it is a quality, safety, and efficacy assured system of medicine. It is a natural medicine which is time tested, and it is having a holistic approach with the components of yoga, panchkarma, as well as rejuvenation therapy and lot of stress on the immunomodulation or rasayan therapy as well. We have our own understanding of the genesis, the genetic theory of Ayurveda, which is called as the Prakriti. Prakriti is the phenotypes which defines the preponderance to a disease, to a health, through the physical, physiological, and psychological aspects. As I already told that there are three main pillars of health, that is the proper diet, proper sleep, and brahmacharya, which is to be followed, along with so coming to the strength of Ayurveda, as I already told that it is a system which nourishes the body, mind, and spirit. And of course, it is accepted by the community at large. It has the emphasis on promotion of health and prevention of disease. Diet and lifestyle has been given more importance in the Ayurvedic system of medicine. We have a holistic concept of health, which encompasses the body, mind, and spirit. If we are having a very individualized approach towards the patient, and we also believe in the universe and individual continuum. That is, the individual is a part of universe, and a universe part of universe lies within the individual. Of course, Ayurveda stresses upon the use of natural products for treatment. We have our own clinical strength, which is towards the lifestyle disorders or geriatric disorders or neurological disorders, and unique therapeutic approach in terms of combination of diet, lifestyle, yoga, as well as the Panchakarma therapy. And recently, the Ayurveda has testified its effectiveness in the infectious cases as well as in the case of COVID-19. So why the preventive aspect of health is much more important today? Because we have seen the recently shift of the trend of diseases from the infectious disease towards the we can say metabolic disorders are more prevalent today because of the change in diet and lifestyle. More of the population are now migrating towards the cities, and due to this migration, the diet and lifestyle is very much badly affected. The health is affected, the mental aspects are affected. So that's why today the main reasons for mortality are the metabolic disorders. They are the diabetes, hypertension, as well as the cancer. So how can the Ayurveda address this situation? So Ayurveda has certain guidelines like Dinacharya, which are the daily regimen which can be followed. So in the daily regimen, we have the waking up just before the sunrise, drinking lukewarm water, then going for the defecation and urination. Then we have this toothbrushing tongue. So these are the guidelines which have already been set in our classical texts, which has to be followed as a routine every day from the morning to the night. We have the oil pulling techniques. We have the anjan, the nasya, that is nasal drops. Then physical exercise has been given due importance, as well as then doing abhyanga as well as snan. So why I will just highlight the scientific explanation of few of the activities, that why rising early in the morning is so much emphasized and stressed in Ayurveda. Because we know that during the morning time, the cortisol levels are very much high, and along with the serotonin, which is meant for your acuity, your you can say activity and your alertness. So these are the hormones which are very much released during the morning time of the hour. And studies have proven that as these hormones, they go on during the daytime. So the activity of these hormones are affected on our day-to-day lifestyle, and accordingly we have to modulate, because the circadian rhythm has already been proven. And because of these hormones, they keep the individual active and alert. Just I was highlighting the importance of Ayurveda in terms of the Dinacharya, the Ritucharya, the daily regimen, as well as the seasonal regimen, which has been mentioned in our classical text, and what are the possible scientific backgrounds on which these features have been mentioned. So I was just giving explanation of the activities. The very first activity is to wake up early in the morning, because early in the morning we have a minimum noise pollution, so it enhances our concentration, because it is devoid of any type of noise, air, or environmental pollution. Moreover, the rate of secretion of acetylcholine is more in the early morning and the low in the evening, which helps to withstand the stress and trauma. It has also been proven that the body works in conjugation with the circadian rhythms. Similarly, the synthesis of melatonin, it also increases in this phase by the pineal gland, which is having a control over the reproductive system, the thermoregulatory system, the metabolic rate, and the antioxidant levels. So we have wondered that why most of the you can say the angina or the stroke, it occurs early in the morning because of the increased levels of cortisol. And recently studies have proven that these cortisol levels have very much role into the manifestation of the metabolic diseases. So once a person gets into the habit of early rising in the morning, so he can prevent these metabolic disorders to a greater extent. Similarly, exercise, we have nothing to say more about the exercise, because it is one of the important pillars of you can say staying healthy, because exercise is a thing which can replace to the drug to a certain extent. in maintenance of the metabolic disorders. So in Ayurveda also it has been given due importance. So Vyayam can be combined with yoga as well to achieve the healthy status. And for the person who cannot have the time for carrying out this Vyayam, they can use other alternatives, like they can use the lifts instead of the stairs. They can do a stretching or exercise in the break time. Recently, Ministry of Ayush has launched the Y break, which can be used even in the office hours to alleviate yourself from the stress, from the exposure or the stress of the screen time can be reduced. Also, we should not sit in the same posture for more than 45 minutes. We should go for a short walk or short distance. We can go for swimming or we can go for walking. These are the alternatives that can be utilized. Similarly, Ayurveda advocates installation of nasal drops every day in the morning. Why these nasal drops are important? Because these nasal drops, when instilled through the nose, are capable of alleviating the disorders which are situated in the upper portion of our body, especially our eyes, our brain disorders, or the stress is there, or visual acuity, or auditory disorders are there. So the Nasya therapy has a greater effect because the Nasya or the nose has been told to be the gateway of your cranial cavity. So this is also an important part. Then another activity that has been told to be advocated in the morning is the oil pulling activity, because it stimulates the salivary glands and increase the vascular permeability and maintains the oral pH as well. So what I discussed here is the importance of the following these daily regimens, is because these diet and lifestyle factors, they are very much in sync with the circadian rhythm, and with the help of proper diet, that is intermittent fasting, and with exercise, we can stimulate autophagy, so our cells can rejuvenate, they can be reactivated, they can be recycled, and then we can address a lot of issues which are related with the metabolic disorders. So this is just a short plan that how we can plan our day-to-day activity. Like we can wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning. We can have we can brush our teeth, and around about 6:20 a.m. we can have lukewarm water. We can drink in the morning. Thereafter, we can have a short yoga or meditation or pranayam. We can then take a shower. And since it is the early winter seasons in India as well, so sesame seeds have been advocated. It can be chewed during the breakfast time. Then we can have a short walk. We can then go for our daily routine work, office work. Then at around about 1 o'clock, we can have our lunch, which should be very light and simple. And then we also should, after lunch, we should go for a walk. Then in the evening, before the sunset, we have to take our dinner, which should be very light and easy to digest. And around 8 p.m. we should switch off our computers, mobile phones, and just try to be in sync with the environment. And at around about 8:30 we can have a gentle massage of our head, of our toast with the sesame oil, or in the winter season, or the coconut oil in the summer season. So around about at 9:30 we can go to bed, and after that at least we need to have 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So this is the routine which can be incorporated in the daily lifestyle. So coming to the seasonal regimens which have been advocated in the Ayurveda. So Ayurveda has given the guidelines to be followed for the 6 seasons. So we have these 6 seasons in India, and I will be only concentrating on the present season, which is the Hemant Ritu, that is the late autumn. Right now, that is the mid-November to mid-January, which is considered, because the changes in the environment, they affect your body. So likewise, our diet and lifestyle should be modified so that we can get accustomed to this season. So it has been advocated to have rice, wheat, black gram, sugarcane, and Zinzibar officinalis, or we can say dried ginger. Then we can have allium, sativum, haritki. We can have the piper. We can have the fenugreek seeds, the til in this particular season. Even in India, there's a tradition of having the til along with the sugarcane.
Pramodji,
That
your
is the
slides
gur,
again
that is
not
jaggery.
moving.
So coming to the season, that is the Shishir Ritu or Hemant Ritu that is right now going on. So the diet and lifestyle which has been advocated is very much in sync with the season and adaptable to the body. So the guidelines for the diet and for the lifestyle also, in particularly in this season, we should have a gentle, we should have some moderate type of exercise, body and head massage, and warm water should be utilized for all of our activities, right from drinking to bathing, as well as we should protect ourselves from going to cold wind and exposure to strong and cold wind, and also we should avoid sleeping during the daytime. And as far as the things that has to be avoided are the chana dal or the Bengal gram or light food or the puffed rice during this season. So here I have given a quote of Hippocrates, who has told that whoever wishes to investigate medicine should proceed in the first place and consider the seasons of the year and what effect each of them produces. So these are the life guidelines which have been clearly laid down in your classical texts, and they are very much scientific ground to these quotations. And as far as the yogic practices are concerned, so we can have the practices like Sukshma Vyayam, sitting postures, yogasana in supine or prone positions, certain relaxing postures like Shavasana, Makarasan, Pranayam that
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are running late, so I think we had a wonderful session with of the All India Institute.
Amarjit, you're not audible. You're too far from the microphone. We can't hear you, Amarjit ji.
Speak up.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to engaging with you again at the All India Ayurveda Institute. Thank you, Dr. and Mrs. Nasari, Professor Nasari ji, for all your benevolent blessings. Thank you. So,
thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
So, carrying on with our program, I'm delighted to have with us